table, and instead of feeling relieved, you're going to feel sad and lonely.
You're going
to walk into the gym, it's going to be empty, and a little knot's going to start forming in your stomach. You're going to sit on the couch, you're going to try to read a book, but you're not going to be able to, because you're going to be sitting there dreaming about me and wishing that I would come up behind you and kiss you on the neck.
It's not going to happen.
Well, if you're so anxious to get rid of me, what are you doing here now?
Actually, there's something you should know.
Oh, I know. I know. You don't care anything about me, and you can't wait for me to get out of your sight, right?
I just spoke to Charlie and Haley.
They find Janine? She married to a dentist with 4 children, barely remembers my name. What?
Janine moved away from Boston a couple of months after you broke up with her. Her family hasn't seen her since.
Brooke, it's one thing to lie to a friend. It's another to lie to a lawyer. But lying under oath is suicide. Do you realize what you've just done to your case?
Look, nobody can prove that Tad is the father.
Oh, really? Tad is the only one in the running.
Everybody knows I slept with Edmund.
Over a year ago. It doesn't take a fertility expert to rule him out.
We had an affair.
And it ended before you married Tad.
It started again at Willow Lake.
Maybe in your head, not in point of fact.
We went to bed together.
Brooke, maybe you forgot that I know the story of Willow Lake. Parts 1 and Parts 2. How you struggled to tear yourself away from Edmund. How guilty you felt about almost breaking your marriage vows. But almost adultery is not an effective way to reproduce.
Didn't you ever wonder why I was so upset over something that never happened?
I did.
Well, now you know. I left out the punchline. I said goodbye to Edmund, but only after I let him make love to me.
Brooke, is this a lie?
If you don't believe me, you can ask him.
He knows?
He will back me up. All the way.
Brooke, if you're not telling me the truth, you are in deep, deep trouble.
Livia, now you know the whole story. Do you still want to represent me?
Brooke, I can face anything if the truth is on my side. But if you're lying to me, I'm out of here.
You can't wait to pull up roots, huh? Okay, help me out here. Would that be before or after Erica's trial?
I told you I'm going to testify against her.
Just checking.
Look, I can deal with the trial, but I don't like it. And the idea of helping put Erica in prison makes...
See how you feel after the trial.
I'm not into overnight conversions. I'm not going to wake up with a new lease on life. I still think that Erica should face the consequences of what she's done, but I don't have to hang around to see it. I don't want to turn on the news and watch them drive her away in a prison van. I don't want to drive past Linden Parlor every time I go to the club. Edmund, my life here, the life I knew, is over.
Maybe you're right. Or maybe you're just too miserable to think straight.
I'm going to be miserable for a long time.
Oh, don't be so sure about that. I got from now until the trial to work on you.
Fine. Just right now, would you lay off, please? Yes, Lucy, have the car brought around front. Very good.
Edmund Gray Press Pass. Expires 5/94.
Listen, Dimitri, I just wanted to... What the hell are you doing here?
The day I left for Yale was the last day that I saw her. I got a letter.
Well, what did she say? Did she say that she was depressed? Did she mention any plans?
I didn't read it. I was afraid to. I thought if I read it, I would end up calling her, and if I did that, wild horses couldn't have kept me away.
So do you still have it, the letter?
You don't just drop out of sight if something's not wrong. I mean, if everything's all right, somebody knows. Oh, God. What did I do to her?
Alec, everyone gets their heart broken once. Janine made her own choices. You did not ruin her life.
She was 18, Gloria. And she wasn't a cool 18. She was so vulnerable. All you had to do was look in Janine's eyes and you knew everything about her. She didn't have any protective covering of any kind.
Is that what you were like?
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what... No, I knew how to protect myself. Trashed her letter. Didn't make any difference to me. I was nothing but a robot. An achievement machine on my way to the top. You better get the hell out of my way. I got places to go. I'm on someplace now, aren't I? Get a load of me. Ain't I something?
Well, for a minute there, when the judge ordered Brooke to stay in town, I thought we were home free.
So did I. What are we gonna do now?
Do you believe her? Do you think that baby is Edmund?
I just came to get a few of my things.
Like what? Dimitri's spleen and liver?
Oh, please, Edmund.
You already gutted the man. What more do you want?
I used to work for him, okay? In here. Didn't they let you pick up your stuff when you left Tempo?
I never tried to kill anybody on my way out.
Neither did I. You must be confusing me with Erica.
There's no confusion here.
Fine. Just give me a few minutes alone. I'll pack up what I need and I'll be out of your way for...
I wouldn't leave you alone, out of my sight for 1 second.
Excuse me, Mr. Gray? Ms. English is here to see you.
Thank you, Lucy. Lucy, do me a favor. Show Kendall the front door. Make sure she uses it. And take her key on her way out.
My pleasure.
Have I come at a bad moment?
No. Just another fun-filled day at Wildwind. What's up?
I need your help.
An assignment?
Well, I guess you could say that. It's a big one. My life depends on it.
What's going on?
New Year's Eve. I wasn't completely honest with you. There was something that I held back.
I know. You're pregnant.
Tell me you'd been released.
They?
The hospital.
Why should the hospital tell you anything?
I call there every day.
Hello? This is the woman who stabbed Mr. Marick. Is he dead yet?
I actually told them that I was your sister. Thanks to you, my Hungarian accent is pretty wonderful.
Yeah, well, forgive me if I find your concern a little hard to take. So I think you wanted to know what you'd be charged with. Attempted murder or murder.
Dimitri, you've been out of the woods since just before Christmas, isn't that right?
How did you get in here?
My wedding present. Remember?
Yeah. The golden key to our glorious life together. Drop it on the table and don't come back.
I didn't know you had been released. I didn't know that you would be here. I really just came here to try to put things together.
Why? Why did you do it?
Have an affair? I don't know. I did. Maybe whatever it was that stopped me from admitting it to her. Same thing that stopped her from admitting the truth to me.
How would you feel if Edmund were the father?
Angry is the word that comes to mind, but I know that can't be right.
Why not?
Why not? What am I going to do, get upset because I left my wife for my lover and it turns out my wife was unfaithful? I mean, I realize nobody in Pine Valley is about to hand me a humanitarian award, but I think that would safely qualify me as a lower life form. No, Mom is right. The thing I can't understand is why she would tell me about Willow Lake in the first place. Why would she make such a big deal about turning Edmund down?
I don't know. Maybe because she was just testing the waters, or maybe she didn't know what she was doing. I mean,